Entering the Mayo Experience.
Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, Episode 4, Recap, The Challenge, War of the Worlds 2. If you want to get into a draw for 20 DK bucks, super easy to do. Smash the like button for the video. Leave your DraftKings handle in the comment section. And tell me your favorite episode limit of all time, because I actually really enjoyed the one that was this week, which is funny because it gets overshadowed by the elimination, but team challenge. Let's limit it to team challenges here. Favorite mission of all time, or you can rate, review, subscribe, and download the Pat Mayo Experience audio podcast, 5-star review, DraftKings handle, something nice about the show. You too will be in the draw for 20 DK dollars. Winners announced every Monday on the Pat Mayo Experience. Joining me in studio, as he does now, every Saturday afternoon. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you're here every day, but yeah, on the show, only Thursdays and Saturdays. How good was this episode? Paul Shaughnessy, by the way.
It was fantastic.
Best.
Now, the last two episodes, I have lost my most two expensive players, my captain in Laurel, and I don't even care. Watching Bear go Grizzly Bear on Wes, not that nickname will catch on, and watching Laurel just, Benedict Laurel was the name of this episode. It was awesome. It was, my team was done anyway. I'm not going to beat you and Rob. But Rob, reads spoilers and
he can't be beat.
And I want you to win. I want the winner to be in this office.
Well,
there's literally just me and you, I imagine.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Who's in this office?
No one hiding behind that fake brick wall. That'd be bad news.
I haven't seen anybody back there in a while.
Someone could be living back there for all we know. I still have all 6 of my players. They just don't score any points.
Yeah. You have Turbo?
No, I don't have
Turbo's just straight chilling, man. He scored 5 points, but
I have
that's Turbo.
Jordan's my captain. Jordan had a big episode 1. And then he's really taken a backseat, which leads me to believe that he's going to end up doing really well.
I think he's going to be in here for a while.
When you see
things are starting to work in that favor for sure.
Maybe, although he was on Team Laurel when it came down to this, but he seemed to be one of the less vocal members of Team Laurel.
Yeah, but
let's start with let's do the fantasy points to start off.
Absolutely.
Here. So we got Georgia 146 points, Laurel 139 points, Polly a $119, Nani 93, D 91. Ashley 85, Ninja, or Crinja as you like to call her, 80, Kara 78, Bear 64, and Idris 59 points. I don't know how he scored that many points.
He got into a verbal altercation with somebody.
Oh, and he was in the tribunal.
I mean,
everybody won the mission.
Everybody was screaming at each other. Everyone got verbal, before that little not elimination challenge, but the other
mission.
The mission. Everybody was. Or after it, everybody was down each other's throats, right?
Well, and I guess Polly got bonus points for giving the shoulder to Nani.
Mean, he could have got.
Yeah, I think he was just turning, so it looked like she was coming up to punch him. He just kind of turned.
Looked a little aggressive, Polly. Not a good look.
Not a great look, Polly.
No.
For my fantasy points, though, top notch stuff.
Yeah. Assaulting a cast member. It should be if you assault the cast member of the opposite sex, you get extra points, maybe.
I don't think that was assault on another cast member. She was coming up to
she was coming up in his face.
And he just
She was up in his grill.
And she walked into him.
I'm sure Nani's probably cool with it. She's a fiery Latina lady.
She gets fired up.
She gets after.
That's why we love Nani so much.
Yes.
But let's talk about the elimination. We'll circle back to the rest of the episode, because I do want to talk about the mission, which I thought was amazing, like I mentioned. I remember why I like Laurel so much. This entire episode was really a showcase of why Laurel needs to be on this show every single season. Yeah. She's so mean.
Oh, yeah.
And people are so fucking scared of her. It's amazing. And she just, it reminded me of, I forget what season it was. It might have been Cutthroat. Was she on Cutthroat? Yeah. When she was just ragging on Eazy-E for his tiny dick. And it was so mean. And it was this is great. This is great television.
She is good television. Yeah, we kind of missed her for a while, and this whole episode was centered around her and the moves that they were making. And I like the fact that she was confident in all of it. She's like, "What's the worst case scenario?" You have to beat these people anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna have to win. And I guess maybe she got a bit of a big head because she has only ever had 1 elimination loss. But now it's 2.
We're obviously I'm going way too far ahead, but the deck was stacked against her in that type of elimination against someone like Ninja with the accolades that Ninja has.
Well, do you think they saw what the elimination was when they walked in and the other team was like, oh, this is a great time to try to get rid of Laurel? Because we know Ninja can beat her at this.
Yeah, it could have been. They could have been very, very 50-50 at that point and thought, well, if Ninja's gonna beat Laurel in anything, it's like they're not trying to wrestle a baton off of each other right now, like, or like push those. Like, there's been all these other challenges, physical challenges, and like the 1 week where Laurel just goes like YOLO mode, it worked completely against her. Like I couldn't think, and it was very, very competitive. She did pretty good. We'll get to that.
Well, we're gonna get to it right now. Like, I don't know, it's really strange how it all kind of worked out. I'm sure there was like hours left on the cutting room floor that probably would have explained it a little bit better. But did she get disqualified?
Yes.
Is that how she lost?
She skipped over a button and then she...
No, but then at the end, like, they both raced back up to the top.
Because she was gonna... So basically what happened, she put her last one, she got to the top, realized, oh shit, I've obviously missed one of the things below. There was like a tree, like a hole in the tree or whatever they had.
Just put it in that.
She just put it in that and then rang the bell, thinking. And I think that's part of her mentality when she went back down, started giving the suck it to
Oh yeah, just straight out of dish. And the thing is, she was doing the X-Pac suck it, the real lanky suck it, not the Shawn Michaels or like Triple H suck it.
That was the Attitude Era type of suck it.
Yes.
And I think the general mentality there is, I know I've cheated. Let's create a diversion, a distraction, get people not inspecting my poll right now.
Maybe, or maybe she thought that was the
and then when she
thing,
figured
and
it out, that's why she jumped back up. She was going to go back up to the top, grab it, bring it back down, slot it in there. But then Ninja knew that she was doing that as well, ran up the poll so that she had an official time.
But did that matter? Like, did it matter that Ninja climbed back up and rang the bell? Or
she had to ring the bell. She never rang the bell before.
No, but didn't Laurel technically lose when she rang the bell because she got disqualified?
I guess technically, but like if you're Ninja, you're going, well, she doesn't actually have a proper poll yet. Yeah, I'm just going to run up to the top, ring the bell, because then I'm the only person who rang the bell with all 21 branches or whatever in place.
Yes. Because Laurel would have had to go to the top, grab her thing, come all the way back down, put it in, and go all the way back.
Laurel tried to pull a fast one. She got busted. But you know what? You got to cheat I like the fact that she was trying to cheat to win. I like the fact that she was not afraid to go in with anybody. I also have a bit of a theory that I think Laurel and Bananas maybe they're just on like you show up for a season, this is the money you get if you get through maybe a few episodes.
You do. You get paid, you get like a per diem for showing up based on how many seasons that you've been on. Yeah. And then I think you might get like another bit per episode. But you get all your money basically up front.
So
Bananas gets paid the most.
They're probably like, why don't we just, like, at this point, there's a lot of different things going on. One, why don't we just throw ourselves in? Because we're going to have to beat all these people anyway. And maybe, we have other things to do outside of this show.
Well, I don't know what Laurel does outside the show. At least Bananas hosts another TV show.
Yeah. So I think that's part of it is like, I can just get my money now. Like maybe the per diem's just not really worth it. The other thing is obviously them attacking their own team and all of this other stuff that's been going on. I think they look at the British team right now
and
they go,
crap.
My biggest competitors right now are actually on my own team. If we can get rid of the biggest, most threatening people on my team, like, we're going to clean up shop when we have to deal with the British at the end. Like, that's the general, and I think that's why we got the Splinter Cell, basically. It's like, it's completely split in half on the American side. I think that's what's happening. They look at the other side and they go, if we just get rid of these other tough people on we're gonna run train on this British team.
Well, we've seen this in other seasons too, when we have the team format, especially like the throwing of the challenges to actively get rid of your bad players. Yeah. Because when it comes to a final, if you have bad players left on your team, then that's gonna weigh you down. I think it's Gauntlet 3. Yeah, Gauntlet 3. When Eazy-E went to the final with like the most stacked team of all time, and then basically had a heart attack on the run and the team got disqualified. They still almost won and came back despite the fact they had to wait for like him to get like air vac'd out of there. Mm-hmm. The other team was so bad. They automatically won once Eazy-E wasn't able to finish. But it's actually kind of strategic. Now, there's no real like crappy players on the American team.
It seems like they're targeting Nani as the only layup.
Nani and Josh are the two layups. And Nani's not even that bad. No. Just compared to the rest of the girls on the American team, she is probably the worst.
Yeah, but it's not even, that doesn't mean in the grand scheme of the challenge, she's a bad competitor.
Her best move is to go in, try to win elimination, go to the UK team. Because like she's upper rung on that team.
Yeah.
But that's also part of it too. If you start throwing in your own people, if this continues to be a team event throughout the entire thing, it's $1 million to split amongst the team. The fewer people that you have on your team, the more money you get. You can trim all the fat, so you have a super team going to the finals, and you can stick the UK team with all the shitty people. Like if you trim it down, that it's just like Theo and Joss and Jenny and Georgia, and those are the only 4 people left. That's a good team.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup at the end of
now,
it.
if they have like the other scrubs on there with Esther, hardly know her because we don't know her, then that's who you want actively on their team as we go to the final.
It is true.
But
they're also trying to get rid of the good players, the good players on their team to make the final. And I think they're just all pretty confident that they can take these people out.
Yes, this is also true.
Yeah.
Like Theo's the biggest threat to the American
Like if
team.
they're not taking out people on their own team, they're going to be taking out the best players on that other side. Or they're going to basically whittle out the players that they can on the American team and then just go full out assault when they're all together, I imagine, at some point.
So who goes in, like if the Americans win next week, because I think the numbers have shifted back because Ninja won to like the Ninja, Kara, Polly, that side of the house. Bananas goes in, right?
Yeah, probably.
Like that's, I would guess that's, I don't know. If
And
that's
then that
what
other side, I don't know what they would do. Would you go after CT versus Bananas, get one of them out?
If you throw in Bananas, you don't want him coming back.
Yeah.
For one thing. So you would have to throw in someone good against
I
him.
mean, you probably go into it, because they can always walk in and see what's going on. If it's like a physical challenge, you throw Bananas in against CT. If it's like
or Joss.
Yeah, or maybe Joss, yeah.
They probably they don't want to.
If it's something
I don't think they want to throw CT in.
If you have to be really tall,
yeah,
throw in
Theo.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
If it's some sort of sprinting challenge, throw in Theo.
Exactly.
But yeah, you throw in Bananas and just vote in one of their best guys and hope that it works out. Because Bananas not great at eliminations. Not good.
No.
His biggest skill was always just not getting thrown in, and now that's out the window. But he might actively be trying to get kicked off the show.
Yeah,
I felt like that's what happened to Wes. Maybe a bit with Laurel. Seemed like she wanted to win. She's a gamer. 100%. I enjoy her intensity. My wife was just like, it's a bit much. Like she's a bit aggressive. Like, yeah, she's trying to win. I relate to the competition aspect of I hate losing. I get that from Laurel. She doesn't need to be like so mean about it. And maybe a bit of grace would, at least Wes was a bit graceful when he lost. He's like, yeah, I got beat. It was a bummer. I'm like half concussed.
I mean, there's a GIF surfacing of it. It's like, that's an all-timer moment. Like that suck it.
We get the...
Yeah. Like she committed to it.
It was good.
If you're going to do it, you got to do it well. And she was like bouncing around because she was on the little pulley system or whatever. It was great.
Let's talk.
It's so great.
It's funny because this episode was pretty fantastic. Rob told us that like episode 3 from last year is like the greatest episode of the challenge.
Imagine like just knowing that off the top of your head.
Like, what are you talking about?
I don't know what episode that is.
But I don't know.
Maybe that's like when
I don't remember watching an episode last season though and being like that episode.
I'm thinking it's like when
top-notch episode.
I think it was like I think that may be the episode where like we really first start to get to know Bear and like he pushed himself through that, or he went through that table and he started like annoying people and stuff.
And then Josh got in the face of that like popcorn muscle Ashley guy and he's like, "What the fuck, bro?" Yeah,
I think that's the episode. It seems like that's around the right time.
It's a good episode, but like great episode?
No,
not like this.
This one was great.
This one had everything. Like I kind of forgot because everything gets so focused on the elimination because it was so good, but I knew there was something up, mainly because the elimination was happening, and I looked.
There's
at the
a lot of time
There's
left.
20 minutes left.
I know. I was watching on the recording after the fact, so I was like, "Oh, there's like 25 minutes left in this thing." I'm like, "Oh no!" But that doesn't. I kind of wrote in our little group chat with me, you, and Rob. You could kind of see the series of events. Me being really proud of my captain. Me coming to the acceptance that, oh God, she cheated and now we lost. It was, it was tough to watch, but I wouldn't change anything for the world. I want people like Laurel on my team who want to go in there and kick ass.
Yeah. I mean, if she wins, it's just more points for her.
I don't want Kara, who's just like, she's so terrified of getting thrown. She's a coward. Kara the Coward.
I enjoy the Polly.
New nickname for her. Kara the Coward.
Polly's trying to talk her out of that, though. He's like, we're going to have to beat people anyway.
Yeah. I like Polly this episode.
Except
for him attacking Nani. I'm not on board with that.
I don't think that he attacked Nani.
I mean, he gave her a hard shoulder, man. He may have turned around very aggressively.
I think that's more what it was.
Yeah.
It's not like he like leaned into it. He just kind of turned.
He wasn't chin checking her or anything.
And nothing was really made of it either. I felt like if it was intentional, someone would have made a big deal about it.
Fair. And if it was bad enough, they would not have let him continue to be on the show.
He also had one of the better moments of the episode that during the tribunal when it was his turn to talk and he just started like randomly talking and then Laurel started yelling over him. He's like, he just continues to talk in a normal voice. And Laurel's like, why are you cutting me off? Why are you yelling at me? He's like, I'm not yelling at you. I'm just talking.
Yeah, she was super intense. Like you can see why people are terrified of her.
Yeah. Zach seems terrified of her.
Everybody does. I would be terrified of her.
But like when people get down to like the West, there's like the West Alliance, which Laurel seemed to have concocted in her mind potentially. Like Kara and Wes seem to be working.
I mean,
together.
Wes is gone. You can just throw as much shade at him anyway. He can't be there to defend himself.
But like,
and it's like your group versus their group, and you're just trying to get more numbers. And they did successfully at least get Ashley on their side.
Well, that's what I'm trying to think here. Like moving forward as a part of these alliances, like, it does seem like Bananas and Laurel are the two that are tied together.
I mean, Ashley turning her back like that.
But no one really seemed to make that big of a deal of it.
Because you can't trust her as far as you can throw her. Like anybody who makes a deal with Ashley has to just go back and be like, oh well, you and Hunter seem to be pretty buddy, and then you absolutely screwed him at the last second. So I think everybody knows what they're getting into with Smashley at this point. Like you can trust her as far as you can throw her. Yeah. Which is not like, I wish she was a lot bigger. That would make a lot more sense the way that I just said that, but you understand. You catch my drift.
Well, it looks like she's had now 2 series of breast augmentations.
Yeah. She's looking good.
She looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks great on Instagram too.
Mm-hmm.
Good Instagram follow. Smash. She's everywhere. She's in like Indonesia.
And she was in Tokyo. I was looking it up the other day.
I mean, we got $1 million. She can go on a world tour.
Yeah.
No big deal. Maybe she wins again this season. Proven winner. Smashly.
She's first or last, like Ricky Bobby of.
But she's kind of Teflon too, though. Like that's why I don't think that this stuff sticks to her. Like it just seems like it's Bananas and potentially Leroy by extension, just because he's friends with Bananas.
I mean, I get like
Nani as well.
I get pretty severe like sociopath vibes from Ashley, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I don't think maybe there's a collection of people on her she gives a fuck about, but they aren't in this house, I'll tell you that much.
That's the best way to do this show,
Of course, yeah. And they always say, it's like, oh, I liked Paulie's when he was talking about Josh, and he's just like, hi, I'm Josh, I'm emotionally unstable. Like, that was pretty funny, and that kind of proves the point. It's like, Ashley does not play the game with any sort, like, she gets mad, but like some of those are almost just like plays to get people to react or be on her side and stuff like that. She knew Johnny was working against her, so she was trying to illuminate that.
Well, the only thing missing from the Paulie impression was the Homestar Runner tweak to his voice. Hello, I'm Josh. I am emotionally unstable. I hate Josh so much. I hate him.
I had one moment that I kind of enjoyed, and it was probably because his heart was getting broken at the time. But when Georgia told him that she fucked Bear.
Oh, real? Oh,
she's
big shocker. Nice guy, Josh.
She's like, so I fucked Bear last night. Sorry, Josh. He was sitting right there, and he's just like, I'll go kill myself right now. I thought that was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, because the joke is on him because he's a fucking loser.
Yeah, but at least he's like, enough in touch with himself to like.
Well, he's going to be more in touch with himself now that George is not going to be all over him.
That's true.
Although we still haven't seen the makeout from them this year.
Didn't we?
I don't think so. We saw it in this season on.
Oh,
it hasn't happened yet.
He did, all they have done is she tried to like give him a kiss on the cheek or something, and then he turned into a kiss, but. Yeah, they haven't had to make it. They'll get banged up super soon, and it's all gonna come together.
And then she's gonna make out with Josh, then go sleep with Bear, and he's gonna have a fucking meltdown.
Oh, 100%.
Hope that happens.
Yeah,
just the worst things that can happen to Josh on the show, the better.
Oh. Yeah,
I can't.
I don't hate him as much as like
he just really annoys
who is
me.
Dario's like Jabroni's brother's name?
His twin brother. I don't know. Dario was pretty terrible too.
I really didn't like Dario. He kind of grew up on me a little bit, but his brother was like the bottom of the barrel. He was on Josh level, I think.
Maybe he was never invited.
His name was like Rufio or something like that.
Rufio.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law's dog's name is Rufio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Does it respond well? That's why you're supposed to put like a Y at the end of your dog's name.
Really?
Yeah.
Apparently,
like the high.
He's not well trained.
Sparky, just like the high pitch allows them like
not the oh.
That's why going to a Y, it's a high pitch at the end. It's more recognizable for them.
I did.
The
Not
more
know that.
you know.
I did
I've watched
not
a lot
know
of
that.
Cesar Millan in my day.
You're a dog whisperer.
Yeah.
You have the shh. Is that why you do that? Because it's.
I used to watch all those videos. That was like quality like hangover Saturday type of content.
Whatever happened to Cesar Millan?
I bet you he's still doing his thing. He's probably still training rich people's dogs.
Maybe he didn't. He didn't get like Me Too'd or anything like that, did he? Like that we know of. Like when people like disappear from the public consciousness, it could be anything at this point.
Yeah, I imagine the world probably just got sick of watching
Cesar
other
Millan.
people's dogs get trained.
I mean, I watch these DIY shows and these like house hunter shows.
Maybe you know what? Actually, what probably happened before you get that, because I know where you're going with that. Maybe he's just like he got the amount to get Caesar to do a show just got too much, and they're like, this doesn't work. He became too much of a star.
Oh, that's very interesting. Or maybe he just made his money.
So
He's
they're
like, peace out.
Yeah, so like we'll just get these people who like tear down houses and have no personality to do these other shows,
and they're awful.
And
the only thing that is more awful than like the house flipping shows is House Hunters International.
Yeah,
where like
my mom watches all this shit.
I
so I've
watch
seen
all of them, and like it's like watching Josh on the challenge. You just hate watching. You're like, I hate these people.
Yeah.
I hope their house burns down.
Yeah, I hope their house is. Yeah, I hope they pick the wrong house and they're miserable.
Yeah, like we were watching one the other. It wasn't even House Hunters International. It was just regular House Hunters, and they were looking for a place. Like they work in Manhattan or somewhere in New York, but they were going to get a house in New Jersey, and their budget was like $500,000. And the list of demands that this woman had for her
we
house,
need a swimming pool. We need this.
no, she needed an ensuite and like another level for her mom to live there. It needed to have like and then she kept like hammering down on like, we need an island in our kitchen. It's like, if the kitchen is big enough, you can buy your own fucking island. Like it's not that big of a deal.
500K sounds like it's a pretty good deal for. I don't know how close it
and
is to
every
New York,
place that
but-
they looked at within their budget didn't have any of these things. Then it cuts the realtors like, their prices don't match their demands.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna find like he took them to like the middle.
Yeah,
of
we're
New
not
Jersey.
getting Scarface's mansion for 500K. Sorry to tell you.
Yeah, he's like, I get that it's not New York, but it's New York adjacent. Well, he showed them this one place that was super nice, and then she complained there wasn't carpet all throughout there. Like, who the fuck wants carpet all through their house? Just
But that's why producers
insane
find
thing.
these insane people. Like insane people make good TV. Like we're talking about a show filled with insane people.
And competition.
Yeah. So you want somebody who's like a really annoying customer for TV. Those people I hate though have real like in real life. That's like the worst customer you could ever possibly have. But
House Hunters International is worse though, because people think that everywhere is America.
yeah.
And that they would have the exact same American things in these houses. They're like, we're in Italy. Like houses don't have this here. It's like, well, that's outrageous.
Yeah.
You find me a place that has that. It's like, I'm sorry on your, or they'll be like, yeah, my budget is $2,300 a month. And then like the realtor will be like, well, this place is $2,500 a month. Like that is way above my budget. I can't, like listen, as someone who went through this and set my budget for a house, I ended up paying $100K more than I thought I was going to have my budget at. If the place is the place and it's a good deal, you're going to find the extra money to do it.
Yeah.
And it's not like you go, like if you say this is my max budget, that's not really your max budget.
A lot of that stuff is probably staged though.
Sure,
too.
but it
like
just-
they're getting people.
It works because it makes me angry. And
Yeah.
I don't understand how these people can actually afford to buy these things based on the apparent jobs that they have, because they don't sound like real jobs.
They may not even be real people.
Oh, actors.
Yeah.
Acting. Yeah, you might be right about that.
Like
It's all shot in a lot in Burbank.
did they really actually buy that house? No, they have 3 houses to show. They have an actor who comes in. Boom, done.
These people would be too bad to be actors, or they're Oscar-winning actors to play these roles.
That's the thing, though.
I just don't feel like you could act that stupidly for no money. It's not like you know they're not getting paid a bunch to be on this.
Maybe they're just friends of like the producers and stuff. They're like, hey, have we used this? Have you used Johnny, your buddy Johnny, there yet? No.
Potentially, I don't know. I need to dig into this a bit more. But
It's probably like Storage Wars. It's all.
I'm sure it's all phony,
Yeah.
but I don't think the people are necessarily like fake people. I think they're real people looking for houses potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know. Back to this.
Yeah, that programming sucks though. Why are we talking about it?
My wife loves it, and it's like I said, it makes me angry to watch. I watched Extreme Cougars the other night too.
That looked interesting.
It was outrageous. Some guy on Twitter got very upset that I was tweeting about it, and he said that he was going to unfollow me. So I got everyone to tweet pictures of the show to him after he blocked me.
That's hilarious.
And now someone tweeted me that he shut down his Twitter account. So it's the greatest thing in the world.
Absolutely. That's ownership right there.
That's what you get. You want to be a piece of shit? You could have just unfollowed me and said, hey.
Or you could just
nothing.
unfollow.
Just unfollow.
Yeah, you would never notice. No idea who this guy is anyway.
And then,
Come at the king, you best not miss.
yeah.
Right,
People were really enjoying extreme cougaring.
Here's my take on extreme cougars. So basically, I think if anybody's, I watch a lot of that.
American Pickers?
American Pickers, and then you have Hoarders. The only difference between those shows is that when the American Pickers show up, they go, "Oh my God, you have so much junk." when it's like they'll show up to the exact same house, they could show up to the same house, the light will be a little bit dimmer,
And the score is sadder.
and there's like, "Oh my God, you have so much junk." It's
I kind of agree / disagree.
I think that show, your Extreme Cougars, could literally just be called Gold Diggers, and it would just be a different scoring.
But the old people don't seem rich on this show. One of them even lied about her age. Said she was 43. Turns out she was 53, older than the dude's mom.
Unbelievable.
And he was dressed up like a pirate. It was crazy.
I just think, there's an opportunity for us to just do the exact same show and just call it Gold Diggers. You just make it a little bit more negative. People love negative stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The internet's just filled with negative stuff. Our comment section, it's usually pretty positive.
I know, I don't look at it.
Once in a while.
Why are you looking at the comments
Because
section?
everyone...
What good comes from looking at a comment section of anything?
People feed my ego with nice comments. I don't get too much hate.
I tell you stuff all the time. Paul, you look great. Paul, you're doing a great job. Isn't that good enough?
I need more. No, I don't know. I just can't help myself. I look at them.
I used to look at them all the time when I first started doing this. I learned very quickly you don't do that.
I just don't. I don't engage in that comments anymore. If you wanna shout at me, you just yell at me at Paul Shag on Twitter.
There you go. People do that.
I just don't reply on YouTube anymore because that just gives you another avenue to say mean things to me. So
yeah,
I would never respond anymore. I've done it before. But yeah, I would never respond on YouTube. But
I find that people, when they leave their fucking comments about what's going on, is that it can only be negative things.
No.
People don't like to comment with good stuff.
I mean, me and Cody, all we get is just positive.
Well, that's
positivity.
a great show.
Yeah.
I cannot do a show of that quality and accuracy. So people get very upset with me.
I think
I believed you.
I think you'd be surprised. Not very much negative stuff. As the resident expert on the comment section of Pat Mayo Experience videos,
I don't want to delve into those waters to find out.
It's not too bad. People like you out there.
I'm just going to assume that everyone loves me and I don't need to hear anything negative about myself. Makes you sad.
Yeah, nobody's coming after you anymore, Pat. You don't.
People come after me on Twitter at the PME and on Instagram. Like, Instagram's supposed to be a happy place.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't.
It's just pictures of like fun stuff.
Yeah.
And then people like slide into your DMs. Like, you're such a fucking piece of shit. I'm gonna kill you. It's like, oh my God.
Do you get that stuff?
Yes, I get it all the time.
I don't get that stuff.
People are actively trying to murder me. At least based on the internet. They're all fucking cowards. So
yeah.
Then I'll say something snide to them. And I don't like blocking people either. I enjoy a good mute.
Oh, I hate
mute is the key to all of it, because then people still like fire off whatever, you just never see it.
If you're somehow still listening to this and you send me messages all the time,
you're probably I
never respond, like, or even acknowledge it, you're probably muted and not followed.
And I got a quick mute button. You say anything I don't like, you get muted. If it's personal. If it's just random stuff.
If I've never seen you before and the first thing that is negative towards me, it's like, you're gone, bud. I don't need you.
Yeah, Laurel was doing that. Laurel made her Instagram account private after last night.
She must have got a lot of heat.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it.
I loved it too. I'm telling you.
This is why I watch this stuff. I love heel Laurel. I like you need more people being willing to having some guts to be the bad guy in that type of situation. Like, I don't think she's probably an intimidating whatever person in real life, but like a lot of that is all for show too, right?
Yeah,
she knows she's on TV.
It gets
she's
cranked up to 11.
Exactly. Like, it takes a lot more guts to be that than I like everybody. You know what I mean? Like, to be that person, that's the easy way of going about it. The fans want you back on the show when you go out swinging like Laurel.
It's true, and it's the reason why we love Bear so much.
Yep.
Bear apparently is hooked up with everyone in the house at this point.
Yeah, basically.
Which, top-notch Bear.
What did he call himself again?
I forget. The thing is, the elimination...
A slur... what was this? Something. A slag.
A slag.
I've never heard the term, but he called himself a slag.
I like that.
Yeah.
Just the elimination overshadowed the rest of the episode. I kind of forget what happened.
Yeah, the mission was cool, man.
It was.
Mission
It looked hard. I enjoyed Jordan and Kyle going down in the orbs and knocking people over. That was great.
It reminded me of
People just actively targeting Bananas in the head after he had finished.
It's kind of like Assault from American Gladiators, but add teams and put it outdoors in like a mud pit. It was cool, man.
The more the missions and eliminations can mirror old American Gladiators, I am 100% for all of that.
On board.
That's what we want to see.
Yep.
They don't. You know what they don't do anymore are the team trials like they used to. Like it'd be 1 versus 1 on the other team, and you have a maximum time that you have to go do something. Then we'll just add all your scores together at the end. They never do that anymore. I used to like those. They would take a very long time, but I like them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Zach seemed to be savvy to the fact that this is not going to stay a team game. He even mentioned it. He's like, well, what if we just get broken up at some point coming soon?
Yeah.
Then
I think that's what other people are, on top of like seeing the weak British people on the one side. I think they're also like, we're not going to be teams forever, so why be now?
yes.
Whatever works best for me getting further in this game is what I'm going to do.
I think like having the smaller like teams of 4, 6 potentially, like 3 guys, 3 girls, and banding together. I think that's the move that you want to make right now. Like you have to survive this part of it, but even moving forward, like if it was you, and maybe you end up backstabbing someone by the end, but if you could have 3 guys and 3 girls, and you think that there's going to be 6 people in the final, like I'd roll the dice, even if the people were good with me, that we just stay together to the very end and we'll compete against each other for all this money. Or we make a deal that like, hey, let's pool all the money. We'll all get there and we'll split it 6 ways at the end.
Ashley can't be on your team
Yeah,
if that's
no.
the case.
But like, you know that Jordan and Tori will split the money.
Johnny Bananas also can't be on your team if that's the case.
But like, Polly and Kara are together.
Yeah.
Cam seems pretty trustworthy.
I think Cam has. She would have to be a little bit too much.
She has good
And
values.
Turbo wouldn't screw you over.
Yeah, so you have Turbo.
Like Turbo has
there's,
honor.
There's your team of 6. You have Turbo, Cam, Kara, Polly,
Ninja.
Jordan. Yeah.
I don't think Ninja would screw you over either. D probably not.
Yeah, but
Rogan, he would screw you over.
Yeah, most
I get the
definitely.
sense from. I don't know him very much yet,
He'd
but I
take
get
your
the
money
sense.
and slip it into his G-string. He'd be good to go.
Yeah.
Who do you think are the best 6 people left? If you had to rank the top 3 guys, top 3 girls, now that Laurel's gone and Wes is gone, like who's the best guy in the house? Turbo, right? Is it Turbo or Jordan?
I mean, Turbo's the best guy like ever. A 1-season GOAT of the challenge.
He's not doing much this season.
He doesn't have to. Everyone's terrified. Like, what? Is anybody going to call that guy into an elimination? No freaking chance.
Like maybe that's who ends up going up against Bananas if the UK wins.
I mean, he would absolutely tear him apart.
Yes.
In basically everything.
Yeah.
I don't know where.
Unless it was like a spelling challenge because the guy barely speaks English. Although he still might beat Bananas.
Yeah.
Bananas not great at spelling. So
I think Turbo's number 1.
I think Jordan's number 2 then.
Yeah. There's debates to be had here.
Jordan's won 2 of 4 challenges.
Zach?
Well, then it gets into like Zach, Theo. I think they're probably next.
CT?
Yeah, it's not CT at this point.
No.
I think it's Zach and Theo. I think those would be your toss-up for the next 2.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Joss could be in that conversation.
Certain people are better at other things.
Yeah,
and
but
so
if you're
on.
just like weighting everything together.
Somebody in terms of well-roundedness, good at everything, and maybe your Jordan argument makes sense.
Polly, I guess. He's just unless
Pauly.
it's a size thing. I think that's the only thing that really screws him. But he seems to be pretty good at everything else.
On the girls' side, it's Kara.
It's probably Ninja.
Well, Ninja's number 1.
Ninja's
Kara,
number 1. Then we have you have Kara.
Georgia.
I don't think Georgia's all that good. I don't.
I think she's a great fantasy player.
Yeah, but I just mean as in terms of winning the challenge.
Great fantasy player. Probably, I don't think she's gonna win the whole thing.
So we'll throw Georgia into that bucket. I think Tori's in that bucket.
We
Tori's
haven't
really good.
seen anything from her this season.
No, but like when we have seen her do it, Cam's in that bucket. Ashley,
Cam would tell you she's number 1.
of course. I like that confidence. Ashley, I think, is in the bucket.
I mean,
All to be number 2.
if we're gonna say who's actually the best, I can't believe I didn't even say Ashley's won 2 shows.
Sure, but she hasn't squared off against Ninja yet.
No, but Ninja has won how many shows?
Yeah, she was the only.
There's the only girl to finish
There
that
was
challenge.
4 people to finish that challenge last time.
Yeah.
She was one of them.
Yeah. But maybe Ashley would have been able to finish it too. You never know with Ashley.
Or she would have quit. One of the 2.
Ashley is
Is there someone we're
Ashley
missing?
is spending money at a furious pace, I imagine. So she is. She's 100% in the mix.
Well, the thing you have to watch out for with Ashley is she's so good at puzzles.
Yeah.
Like, she's like legit secret smart.
yeah.
Like, Cam is overtly smarter than everyone else.
Yeah.
People don't realize that Ashley is also very smart.
Ashley pretends that she's dumb.
Yes.
She tries to play off like the dumb blonde type. Not that she's blonde, but she tries to play off that. But that is not. That's just like to make her a little bit less threatening. Is like, well, Ashley's not gonna figure it out. She's not onto what you guys are doing. But people are savvy to that now too. She's won 2 seasons, so.
Then you have that Jenny girl who we still had no nothing
Who
about.
just may be a monster.
Or could just be terrible. We don't know.
Yeah.
I think we know like who.
I wouldn't want to go in a physical challenge with her.
No, her versus Laurel.
Like
would've
now,
been good.
yeah, her versus Laurel would have been like inject it into my veins, but yeah, now she's probably by looking at her, she's the most physically imposing of the women left.
Or Ninja, one of the two.
Ninja's small though.
Yeah, but Ninja's jacked.
Oh, she's super jacked. Great, she's in great shape.
Yeah, like Turbo's jacked, but he's not as jacked as Rogan. But in any sort of competition, even dealing with strength, you would take Turbo over Rogan.
100%.
I think Joss is the sneaky, like, good guy who's left. Because he doesn't do anything.
He doesn't say anything.
No, but he's super jacked, and we've seen him run. Like, the guy runs nonstop. Can't be beat there. Maybe he's the guy you want to bring to the final with you if you're on the American team.
Yeah.
Like, hey, come on over on our team. He's the
Once they get rid of Rogan.
Once they get rid of Rogan, yes. Eventually, Rogan has to go, right? Maybe he wins.
I would be shocked.
I hope he wins. He's on my fantasy team. I hope he wins. Keep hooking up and keep winning. I like it.
They haven't been giving D and his relationship all that much screen time. You know that's coming apart soon at some point.
Maybe.
I think so.
Maybe they'll be together forever.
Or maybe not.
Or maybe not. No, that's probably the more likely outcome of that. That's all I got, really. Is Idris good? He might be good.
He might be good.
Can't
There's
swim.
a lot. There's so many people left in there.
Yeah.
So it's tough to say, but I don't know. In terms of power ranking the top 3, it's tough. I don't know.
Yeah, so all we can come to the conclusion of is Turbo's number 1, Jordan's number 2 for the guys, and Ninja's number 1 for the girls. And it could be a group of 7 other people for number 2.
Yeah, Ninja, you take out Laurel, you get some respect.
Yeah, it would have been Laurel, Ninja, 1, 2.
Yeah.
In some sort of order.
Yeah.
And Ninja did get the one thing that she could definitely beat Laurel, and she still almost lost. Good height advantage for Laurel in that, though, I think.
Yep.
Like her ability to be 7 inches taller than Ninja really came into play.
She's like, well, she did say that before. She's like, I think I'm the underdog. Something tells me I'm the underdog here. And then she's like, hopefully height gives me an advantage, which it would have given her something of an advantage for sure.
Yeah, because those holes
Just being able to
did
like
seem
reach
really
around
far
the
apart.
pole and and insert them.
And to even have longer arms to carry the stuff up with.
Yeah.
Like I know I have a little stubby arms.
Yeah,
I
she
would
was
have
probably
huge
able to
problems.
carry like
Yeah.
like 8 of them or something.
Just even having bigger hands.
Yeah.
Being able to grip more of those torches in your hand going up, that has to be an advantage in this sort of thing.
Agreed.
Still lost.
Still
Tried to
lost.
cheat her way out of it. I like it. Brought the intensity and the suckets.
It was amazing.
Is that gift going to be around for a while?
I mean,
I think
hope
we might have to start using it a lot.
I think I will. That was like, oh, what a moment. I was loving it. So excited. But yeah, I also still knew, I'm like, well, maybe there's like a fight at a party afterwards or something like that. Like, I'm like, there's just way too much time left. I knew something was up. Devastating.
I don't like how when they do the party scenes now and go to the clubs, I think I've mentioned this before, that all they do is just talk about the challenge the entire time. They used to not do that. They would just get like blackout drunk and like hook up and fight with each other for no reason.
They're probably
That seemed more fun.
They're probably supplying people with less drinks.
They realize
less liability.
They have to.
Yeah.
I heard Bananas got thrown down the stairs in Turkey or something like that one of the seasons.
Don't mess around in Turkey.
No.
Turbo will come get you.
Or Turbo's fans.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the UK wins next time, it's a male elimination. Who do you think gets voted in?
Bananas.
No, if the UK gets voted in.
Oh, UK.
If the UK loses and they have to vote in one of their own, who do you think it is? I still think it's Bear.
Could be. Yeah, it's probably still Bear. Because like he has no numbers. There's like that 6-pack. Like it's the worst. This worst 6 people on the British team are all in cahoots with each other.
I think it's Bear or Idris. Would be the two.
They'll probably throw them in together.
Well, no, because
they're not going after their own team. You're right.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Bear. He doesn't seem to have the numbers. The USA, it's Bananas, right?
Yeah.
If it's not Bananas, Josh.
I guess.
Get him out there for being. I think they keep him around just because they know they can beat him.
Exactly. He's out. He's the layup.
Yeah.
Nani and Josh are in a good position in terms of being kept around just to be layups.
Nani's in a worse position
because she's just not aligned with really.
Well, she's aligned with bananas.
Yeah.
That's not a great thing.
It's true.
All right. Paul Shag, tell everyone where they can find you.
Find me on Twitter at Paul Shag. You can listen to my podcast at the Dog or Pass Pod. We just post the links there. Obviously, Mayo tweets it out as he is known to do. We break down every single UFC card every single week, so check that out if you haven't already.
Is this the worst UFC card of all time?
It's pretty fucking bad, man. Pretty fucking bad.
Are there like worse ones coming up? Are there
there's better ones
coming up?
Yeah, no, like we explained on our show this week. We're just like, listen, we've done well. We've done well recently. The Habib fight, we did well in that. Last week, we actually absolutely
crushed it. I won a bunch of money last week following you guys.
Yeah, it was really good. But so like right at the beginning of this week's episode, it's kind of a buzzkill. But like, you gotta be honest with people. Just like we've done well the last couple weeks. Don't give it all back.
Yeah, don't lose
week.
it all back.
Just,
I made that mistake.
Everyone does it.
I made that mistake playing props on Thursday Night Football. I was just like, I'm riding a heater. I'm feeling myself. I'm gonna play a bunch of props and just. You're better off when you pick your spot. Like I have confidence in that. I'll play that. I don't. Yeah. Why am I playing 5 props?
Like
what am I doing?
I'm leaning Jeremy Stevens in the main event if you can find plus money on different things.
But even then, it's just like,
yeah, you don't have to make a bet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch the weigh-ins and stuff, and I guess now people know I do this in advance. But I'm gonna watch.
Are you saying we don't record this live on Saturday?
We don't.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the weigh-ins. Maybe some of my leans become a little bit stronger. I'll post whatever to Twitter if I'm gonna make a play. But I haven't really made anything serious yet, so that's what it is.
At Paul Shag on Twitter. You can follow me at the PME on Twitter, Instagram, and the Facebooks for exclusive giveaways and content. You might as well follow all three. Who doesn't like a chance to win some free money? You can also do that by smashing the like button for this episode, leaving your DraftKings handle in the comment section, and telling me what your favorite team mission of all time is. Maybe I'll have to have old spoiler Rob back on. Maybe we can talk through that a little bit later on as well. I don't know. You can also do that by subscribing to the Pat Mayo Experience podcast for the audio version, downloading all the shows, rating it 5 stars, leaving your DraftKings handle, and saying something nice about the show, because I actually do look at those. I like to hear nice things about myself, as I've alluded to a little bit before. All right? Thank you all for watching. Enjoy the challenge. I'm Pat Mayo. I'll see you next time.
Pat Mayo Experience! Experience!